You guys, check that out. That is delicious chicken manisado, peanut butter chicken, and this is just delicious. Hey guys, Daniela here, and welcome to International Saturdays. Every Saturday I'm gonna be bringing a different keto dish from different countries. And today's recipe comes from Ecuador because I'm from Ecuador, and I'm gonna be sharing this delicious childhood recipe that my mom cooked since I can remember, and I didn't even know that it was keto. It's called a manisado, which is basically a peanut butter chicken dish, and it is just delicious. And keeping with tradition, it is extremely simple, only 5 ingredients, and it's something that will truly delight your palate, because who doesn't like peanut butter, right? It's just amazing. So, wanna learn how to do it? Check it out. And of course, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. This way I can continue to bring different keto dishes from around the world and local favorites, so that you get different ideas of what to do for dinner on keto, okay? Click like and subscribe. For this recipe, you're going to need 3 chicken thighs with the skin, 3 tablespoons of avocado oil for frying, salt and pepper to taste, 3 tablespoons of fresh ground peanut butter or fresh ground almond butter. If you use almond butter, though the carb count will be less, it will not have that rich flavor, but it's still very good. If you can find fresh ground peanut butter, you can use regular peanut butter, but make sure that it has a low sugar content. 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and half a cup of heavy cream. And the tool you're going to need for this recipe is either a blender or an immersion blender. Alright guys, let's get to it. Okay guys, so first we want to seal the chicken by frying it. And we're gonna add our 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. Now I don't usually measure, but making these videos is truly helping me stay true to my keto ratios. So 3 tablespoons of oil. Here we go. We're gonna let that heat up and then add the pieces of chicken. So before putting it in the skillet, you want to season it with salt and pepper to taste on both sides, and you're gonna do it again in the pot. So you can start with a little bit and then go from there. You can also season it in the pot, whichever way it's easier for you. So let's just do it out here so that I can have both sides, and that's it. Let's put it in. And be careful. And this is done in medium heat. Now I'm gonna put half of the onion powder just on top, and be careful because this does splatter. And the pepper. Now, as I said, you could have done this outside or in the pot, whichever way you prefer. We're gonna be flipping this in a little bit. We just want them to seal, to lock in some of the flavor, and also, you know, by browning the chicken and the skin, it just gives such a better flavor at the end. Alright, so it's been a minute or so we're gonna flip them. Ew. They look golden. Okay, very good. So now you're gonna add the rest of the garlic powder on the other side. Alright guys, so it's been 2 minutes, and I'm gonna flip them around just one more time to show you. And you want them exactly like this, a little bit gold, well, very golden. All right, so this is the part that takes the longest, guys, and it will be boiling the chicken. So I just put water in, just enough to cover it, because this is gonna boil, and this is what's gonna take the longest, as I said. And now we're going to raise the flame to high, and we're gonna let it boil there for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm gonna check in 20. And another thing is that I'm going to show you guys by putting the picture of the carb manager to show you the macros on this dish, for you to see that it's like an almost perfect keto dish. 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carb. So check it out at the end of the video, okay? And let's wait for this to boil. Y quiero mandar un gran saludo a toda mi familia en Ecuador que me está viendo, y también saludos a toda la comunidad guamoteña, residentes en Quito, Riobamba, Guayaquil y los Estados Unidos. Y un gran beso y un abrazo a mis primos Mauri y Erika León. Alright guys, so this is the delicious part about it, the peanut butter. So as I said, if you cannot find fresh ground peanut butter, if you just want to use like a regular store-bought peanut butter, that's fine too. Make sure that it's low in sugars, because sometimes they add like extra sugars to it. So just be careful with that. Otherwise, use whatever peanut butter you want. All right. So we put the peanut butter down, and we are going to, you can do this either with an immersion blender or a regular blender. Have a cup of the heavy cream. You know, it's really funny because growing up in Ecuador, we only had peanut butter like this, like in savory dishes. And then I came here and people were having it with jelly, and I thought it was the most disgusting thing. Of course, later I grew to love it. But you know, like any foreigner will tell you, like, why are people eating peanut butter out of the jar and with jelly? I have no idea. Just so you guys know, we use it to make meals, not sandwiches. Anyway, so this is when we blend them together until it gets really creamy and everything incorporates. All right. This is really funny, guys. It turned into peanut heavy cream, like just peanut whipping cream. Just so that it's easier to get it out of the container, I'm gonna put some water, just a little bit. Alright guys, so I'm adding like 1/3 of a cup of water, and this is honestly just to make it easy for it to come out of the container, and I'm gonna blend. Okay, that's it. So I'm just gonna put this aside and I'll wait for my chicken to cook. That is the part that takes the longest. We want the chicken to cook through. Okay guys, so it's been 25 minutes, which is perfect. Sometimes it's hard to cook chicken, especially with the bone in, because sometimes you like cut through it and it's still red and you're like, oh no, it's raw, but sometimes it isn't, and this is why I'm showing you guys with the temperature specific, so that you can surely know that it's been cooked. So it's 160, 869, and chicken cooks in 165. So as you can see, this is completely cooked. Now, that took 25 minutes, just so that you guys know. About half of the water has evaporated, which is perfect, because now that it's cooked, now we just wanna put the finishing touch and we are set, guys. All right, so here is our mixture and we're gonna add it in. We wanna get everything. And you are just going to let this boil for another 2 minutes, and once it does, you are all set. Okay guys, so once it bubbles up, it's been boiling for about 2 to 3 minutes or so. This dish, you're gonna wanna let it rest for a little bit so that the whole sauce thickens a little bit. Now, the sauce will thicken, but if you wanted it to be much thicker, you would have taken out some of the water that the chicken was boiling in and just, you know, put the blended peanut butter and cream sauce on top of it, taking away some of the water. Regardless, this will thicken beautifully. You just gotta let it rest and perhaps set up the rest of the dish. You can plate this over some iceberg lettuce cut really finely, or some kale, and that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll show you guys. Okay guys, the moment of truth. So as I said, you want to let it rest for a little bit, let it cool down, that way the sauce thickens. And I've plated my dish over some kale. Usually this dish is enjoyed with rice, but you know, and I'm gonna try it. Okay. This is delicious, guys. As I said, this is a dish that I've been having since I was a child. So there's so many memories that come to mind. This is just awesome. And I love that my whole family, my husband enjoys it as much because it means a lot to me. But anyways, please, as I said before, like and subscribe so that I can continue to share these dishes with you guys. And thank you for watching. Time for dinner. Bye-bye.
How do you think that went?
Delicious.
Yeah? Looks really good.
Good. Let's go. I'm starving.
Me too.